What's good? What's good? We got 14 people in here. Let's get to about 20 or 30 people. We're going to start talking about uh, did anybody ask why uh, foreign women are treating us better? You've heard me say this before, but I just had a little interview and I feel like my energy is very strong right now. I think my energy is a lot stronger in the daytime than it is at nighttime for obvious reasons. I think if I'm doing nighttime interviews, I might need an energy drink from now on. We need four more people. 30 people. Okay. So, whenever Austin gets on these videos and he talks about how good he's being treated overseas, how the women are sweeping, yeah, no energy drink, how the women are sweeping, cooking, and cleaning, and no problem with sex, a lot of people are starting to say, but they're just doing that because of this. Or they appreciate that super chat, Jay Fleming. If you want to call into the show, I'll be available. Probably, I'm going to talk for here about 20 or 30 minutes first, though. Appreciate that. Uh, they're starting to say, oh, they're just doing that and this, and they just want to do that, and they just want this from you. I didn't ask why they did that. I do take Macaroon daily. I didn't ask why they're doing that. Okay, does anybody care why the foreign women are treating us better than the domestic women? Does anybody care why? Because I don't. All I know is they're doing it and the women in the United States are not doing it. Matter of fact, if you ask the women in the United States to cook you a meal, to sweep your floor, you are a misogynist. You want to oppress women. You want them living in a ditch and dead, barefoot, and pregnant, apparently, for being cooperative and sharing the same household chores. Exactly. As long as it's a good deal. And if you ask me, American women are a bad deal. Can anybody give me 5 benefits of dating a modern woman in the United States? It's like I said before, foreign women get a ring for cooking. American women want a ring for cooking. I'm gonna say it again. American women want a ring for cooking, but foreign women want, get a ring for cooking. Now, somebody said American women are local. No, they're not. You know why? Because they won't even drive to you. They put in such little effort. Yes, you might get someone that comes to you, but half the time they're gonna want you to come to them. They put in that little amount of effort. But you go to South America, and them motherfuckers will ride the bus to come see you. And a lot of people love to say, "Oh, well, American women are not traditional." And I think I just seen this: American women are not traditional because we don't have a culture. This is a relatively new thing that American women are not submissive and cooperative with men. This is like within the past 50 years. So this is nothing new. Appreciate the super chat right here, sir. I'm inspired to travel abroad again. Just got to get my toddler to double digits, then I'm out of here. Got treatment in Germany 25 years ago, and 15 years. I bet they have been tainted. I've heard that they might be a little bit, but one master teacher said that they are. Yeah. Now this is what I'm talking about right here. She said 1950s housewives were hard eyes. Exactly. So it's not that we don't have culture. It's just that they have consciously chosen to stop. And here's my thing for the men that want to go overseas. I put out this tweet earlier. Let me read it. For all the passport, I mean, for shit. For all the women that are upset with passport bros, leave us, let us leave. If we are lame, oppressive, and misogynistic men, you should want less of us here. And for the so-called men that are upset at passport bros, you let us leave too. You will have more dysfunctional women to pick from and play games with. For all the so-called men that critique me, stay the fuck off my live, because I'm actually helping you and I'm helping modern women. Because as according to modern women, there are so many terrible dudes in the United States dating market. I'm taking those terrible dudes that want femininity, which is oppressing to y'all, and we're gonna go elsewhere. We're not gonna come back. And guess what you'll be left with? You'll be left with the perfect men that in this box that do what you want. And for all the men that love the women here, and these are our queens and all that, okay, then less men for you to compete with, more queens for you to have. There you go. I'm helping everybody. Exactly. They want traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional women. They want you to pay all the bills like a traditional man would, but then they don't want to sweep the floor. Make it make sense. I also had somebody come on my panel that was what was that, Tuesday night. They said Brazilian women or foreign women in general are looking for reasons to have sex with you when they meet you, whereas American women are looking for reasons to not have sex with you when they meet you. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. See, you get an American woman's number and she's playing shit test games. She's saying certain slick shit just to get you to fuck up. So that way she has less of she gives you less of a chance to sleep with her. She gives herself a valid reason to cancel you. So she'll say all sorts of dumb shit just so she doesn't have to have you around. So why is it shocking that men like you and I want to go somewhere else where you go somewhere and she's trying to fuck you? If you want, let's have a conversation about these lame shaming passport bros. If you want to drop a link, I'm willing to come up. A peaceful life. Appreciate that super chat. I am gonna preach for a little longer, and then I'm gonna do some calls. I think we might make it to like 25 minutes probably, and then I'll do some calls. So why does it matter if we leave? I don't think it matters that Austin is deciding to leave. It gives the lames here more people to pick from. People love to, my critics love to say, oh, Austin, you're going overseas because you don't have game. Good. Let me take my lame ass to Brazil, Romania, Thailand, the Philippines. Let me take my lame ass there then. Let me take my lame ass and I'll take all the other lame men with me. That's why I told y'all, stop. When I go on these other people's platforms, I'm not there to debate. I'm there to recruit more men to come to my page so they can get what they want. When I went to Melanie King's page, you saw I was very blunt. I wasn't trying to be blunt either, but I've just reached a point where I'm not debating anymore. That's why my group is called Enlighten Western Men. I'm here to enlighten, make you aware that you don't have to be here. They don't want you here. They've said that. They've said that publicly, that they don't want you. They told men to leave them alone, stop approaching them. Now they're complaining that they don't get approached. Get your passport. Yeah, you don't get the lame label when you leave the United States. So I'm gonna share my screen really quick. And I had a subscriber reach out to me, and he emailed me some talking points that he wants me to give. I will give him his credit in the description if he's fine. I don't know. You know, some of y'all have corporate jobs and y'all might get fired if y'all side with my content. Remember, I'm a barber. They can't fire me. So let's read this together. Yeah, the United States is a circus. Dating in the United States is a fucking circus. So if you guys support the movement, you can leave a super chat, a cash app here. Just know the cash apps that I get those immediately, and those could be reinvested right back into the revolution right away. Join the Facebook group, Enlightened Western Men. Why would you want to make your life harder and date in the United States? Dating shouldn't be hard. It should be easy so you can focus on making money and a better life for yourself. Exactly. Appreciate that, YBO Traveling. So he said, if it's me, bro, go ahead and chat about it. Nah, it's not you. Nah, it's somebody else that emailed me. But they love to say, "Oh, you must be hurt. You're bitter." So, and I had one of my homeboys. I was on the phone with him talking about this. If I'm hurt, why would I logically stay here and continue to be in misery? I'm not hurt, but I'm just saying, if I was hurt by someone in the United States, why would I not want to go somewhere else? You see how their talking points are just illegitimate? Shout out to him. I got that point from him. So let's share my screen real quick. It's because these so-called dating coaches make money off miserable men in the West. They don't want us to be happy traveling where we're appreciated. Exactly. Okay. I appreciate that Mr. GG sends a $6 PayPal. He says, "Keep up the great work, homie. You got the black pickup artists and dating coaches, North American women, and Captain Save a Hoe dude shaking, scared and nervous that you speaking the truth. And I won't be stopping no time soon." Okay. Yeah, I did see that there was a woman on that avatar. So we're going to go to a tab. So let's read this. Talking points and other things to consider. He has emailed me talking points to consider and things to talk about. So we're going to put it up here right now. It's harder and harder to be a man for many reasons with respects to the social media. Now, I'm going to say that social media is not the only thing. Like I said, in Brazil, they have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and these problems are a bare minimum in Brazil, at least from my experiences. See, in Brazil, you might run into these problems. In the United States, it's a barely might. In the United States, you will run into these problems the majority of the time. Women in Instagram. Women are comparing you to every man on Instagram. Yes, comparing their lives to other women and what they do, what they're doing, regardless of if you can actually realistically afford those activities, vacations, dinners at expensive restaurants. 3, comparing you to a man that looks like they are living the high life. 4, people that would have never been able to communicate with them or would never do so in real life, and losers that would. Messaging them, gassing their heads up. Exactly. These women have access to men that would have never, they wouldn't look at these women twice. I've done it. I said this. I have slept with women that lowered my confidence afterwards. We've all done that. But would I have approached that woman in public? Fuck no. But since I have access to her on the internet, and let's say I'm drunk and I can't find nobody else, so what do? I call the chick that's the phone call before the lotion. These women overseas are not challenging your manhood and allow you to fulfill that role. Exactly. A brother on the panel stated women in the States are always competing. Yes, they are competing. I am turned off by a bitch that competes. Do not fucking compete with me. You need to be supporting me, bitch. Instagram has drastically changed the dating game because women are getting unlimited amounts of attention via men from all over the world. Thousands of comments telling her how beautiful she is, even though she's a 5 or a 6 with a lot of makeup on. Now she thinks she's an 8 or a 9. Inbox messages from all sorts of men, including professional athletes and celebrities. If you go to Target, CVS, you have lots of choices of a product to choose from. You're going to be picky, correct? It's fun for women to be on Instagram. It's fun for them to get so much validation. Today's women are more self-absorbed than ever. They just care about Instagram likes. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. You want to know how y'all can make this move a lot stronger? This is how you can make the get your passport and go overseas is that bad a lot stronger. Unfollow every American woman on your Instagram. Women are not shit without your intention. If you unfollow them, what's going to happen? They're going to start acting right. But I know there's a lot of simps that won't do that. My subscribers will do that. There's a lot of simps that won't do that. What I want you to do is unfollow every American woman and follow every foreign woman. Foreign women only need your attention. Stop giving these American women your attention. But we honestly don't care if they fix themselves or not, because we are going elsewhere. Beautiful women in general are not going to dive bar to wait for a man to talk to them. Why would they, when they have Instagram, social media, and can get a date any day of the week, several times a day at that? Beautiful women in general, oh shit, they can scroll through Instagram and see who's messaged them with a blue check, has a lot of followers, and a profile that looks interesting. Exactly. In the United States, if you don't have a blue check and you DM a chick that you find attractive, chances are her responding to you, no. And if she does respond, she probably doesn't even have a personality to keep a conversation with you. Even if they don't want to date, if they are a bit sad and want some validation, they can just reply to a few thirsty dudes. As a dude, even if you have an interesting life, if you take a few cool pictures, take pictures at a bunch of different places, make it look like you travel, buy followers, make yourself look like an interesting person. Women are addicted to social media and they like flexing on their social media pages. So even if they don't like the guy, they'll go to places just to go because they've never been before, to take pictures, to show off on their social media. Exactly. She would go out to eat with you just to take a picture of the fucking plate. Let's keep reading. Their inboxes are full. They add filters on top of all that makeup they already have on to their pictures, and so every 6 or 7 now looks like an 8 or a 10. I'm gonna have to disagree because when you take on makeup, I know that you're a 5. How can you be 16 years old with 100,000 followers and full of grown men giving you unlimited amounts of attention for no reason, all the way until you are 25 years old? So for nearly 10 years, men have been saying all sorts of flattering things, going out of their way. Men in real life doing anything you tell them to do. How could a young woman live that kind of life and not have an ego? Agreed. Every very attractive young lady to a degree has something messed up in their head because of all the attention they've gotten, which is off the scale relentless. Getting approached all day long, then they go to their social media page with a lot of those flattering comments, people with blue checks and DMs. Yeah, exactly. But remember, they get the same attention in Brazil. My girl is from Brazil, and her DMs, you can just scroll for a full minute straight, and it's still unread DMs. But she doesn't act like that. She doesn't act like that. Right here, Mike Fletcher said he's not engaged with American women. He's back in the Matrix. I would agree. When I'm back, hey, I would love to have some sex right now, but I'm saving my frustration. I'm saving my money, saving my energy. I'm not even going to try because I know when I go out of the country, it's going to be effortless. Over here, It's going to be a circus. It's going to be a shit show. To win in today's dating market as a man is harder than ever. To cure this, you have to be a man worthy of respect. You have to be in shape. Nobody respects a fat guy, is what he said. Have money. No one respects a broke man. Or you can be extremely funny or interesting. The reality of being a man is that you have to build your value. If you are not going to do any work at all, you're going to suffer in all aspects of life. Plus, don't forget, fat and sloppy women are for broke dudes. No, they're not. The fat and sloppy women aren't even settling for dudes that are making 80 grand. Let me say that. These fat, ugly pigs of women that would never get a double look will not settle for a dude that's making 80 grand. They consider that a major loss of settling. The biggest game is being an accomplished man, make money, well-traveled, involved in various and interesting things. You won't and don't need game, you're the man. It's become much harder as a man to get laid. The things that it took in the 50s are not enough anymore. A job at the factory and pickup truck ain't gonna do it. You're not just trying to make her like you. You're trying to make her like you more than the guy she's currently talking to or sleeping with. Facts. An attractive woman has unlimited access and unlimited choice via just walking around and being hit on all day, plus men DM her on social media 24/7. Facts. So why would she choose you? Beautiful women have all the choices in the world. So if you're not competitive, why would she choose you with just a bit of game? Money will qualify you to try to talk to beautiful women. The game is harder than before, and if you're not leveling up making money, you'll be in trouble. We're living in a world today where you absolutely have to up your game as a man. There's no way around it. Facts. The women have more choices than ever before. Saying you're going to pay one way or another is a dumb argument. You can't pay for a woman's genuine lust and desire for a man she's really interested in. Leading with a lifestyle and leading with wallet are not the same thing. Leading with a lifestyle is doing stuff the man would do regardless because he's doing things he personally wants to do for his own fun and pleasure. Just trying to get your dick wet is an empty way to live. You're missing out on one of the most beautiful things in a male and female relationship as it relates to love and a meaningful relationship. All these beautiful women, they are having relations with someone. Exactly. And it's never going to be you, especially if you're broke, no accomplishments, etc. So you're still not going to try to become something. Then you deserve what you got. Have life experiences, know how to tell a story. You're only going to be respected if you do the things that people respect. Education, have money. As a man, you have to bring your value up. Plus, you'll have or be seen as a better value proposition. How do you get beautiful women? Get your shit together. What do you have to say about that? Exactly. Men with accomplishments are still having issues. Yes, I can attest to that. I have been making six figures since I was 20 years old. That shit doesn't change anything. It was a subscriber. I'm gonna give him his credit after I double check with him in the email, and if he likes it, I'm gonna put his name in the description. If you're watching, sir, please let me know. But it says sounds like a dummy wrote that. Oh shit. Here goes V. So this is one of my critics right here. I think a man must have a vision and purpose other than having what you call a pretty woman who accepts mediocrity. Get the fuck out of here. A man must have vision and purpose other than having what you call a pretty woman. Ma'am, a pretty woman is half of it. A pretty woman is just the physical. Women are not part of our vision and purpose. Women are a symbolic relationship. We both benefit, not in today's society, but women are just the plus when a man gets on his vision and purpose. Thank you very much. Official Kobe. Dating coaches are still talking about code approaches like it's the 90s, which is a complete waste of time. They're basically telling men to bring a butter knife to a gunfight. That's just insane. Absolutely. I appreciate that super chat. Guys, if you are enjoying the show, my Cash App is scrolling right down here at the bottom. It's just Austin Holloman. It's not that little space at the end. Drop a donation because it's getting invested today. I won't tell y'all what it's getting invested in until it comes back because it is top secret. But you will see once I get it. So, men, if someone really wants to become rich, if they are disciplined and have a strong work ethic, they'll get rich and eventually one way or another. Okay. The vast majority of men are ordinary. Exactly. A lot of people want advice, but at the same time, a lot of people don't listen because they work adverse. As a man, the greatest and worst thing that is most of your value is built. You have to build your own. You have to build your own. Oh, should have put a period there. If you were born handsome, it doesn't mean anything if you're stupid, weak, socially inept, and broke. Facts. Handsome guys. Handsome just gets you looked at. Again, women call me handsome. That does not mean I'm entitled to anybody's pussy. This right here. Yeah, exactly. A woman is a helper to a man with a mission. Yes, she should be a helper, but I'm sorry. In the United States, you don't have that anymore. Thank you. He says, "Hey, Austin, I'm the person who helped Marty McFly with his 10-year plan move to Colombia. 500K he's already invested with me. That's good. What are you trying to say? Let's go back. Okay. As a man, you have to have it all. Be wisdom. You have to have wisdom. Be funny. Tell stories. Be strong. Have money. Be tall. Being able to fight helps, and being handsome helps too. Money helps when you get women because it gives you the ability to have more freedom and more fun. Women want to go to nice places, do fun things, and things that cost money. You have to level up. There's no way around it. Hypergamy is real. Women marry up and want the best man they can get. Okay. Let's see what else he's talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna finish reading it. This thing is 10 pages long so far, y'all. We've are on the fifth page. Everything in life is a value exchange. At the end of the day, everything is a value exchange. You're gonna spend money on girls one way or another. You might as well spend it on the nines and tens and half the time of your life, than just settle for some sixes and have an okay time. Okay. Women in general are motivated by fun and attention. If you can give a woman fun and attention in her life, she won't be motivated by anything else in her life. Fun women are not going after the money. They are going after the fun that men can provide, that money can provide, because they do not have a true understanding of how much things cost and how hard one has to work to make that kind of money. They don't understand the concept of it, like how a man understands the concept of a concept and all that entails. They are going after a guy that can take off work to go have some fun, etc. Attention. They are going after someone that has status and makes them feel important when they are standing next to them. Yes. And again, I sit here and talk shit about the stuff American women do. And again, I've said this before. American women have been in my DMs more than ever. More than ever. So V says another comment. Not true. Many women are helpers to men who are not trying to lead with their ego, but with love and faithfulness. That's a nice fantasy you're telling. Women are completely and utterly motivated by their emotions. If you can spike an emotion in them one way or another, you'll be able to affect her in a positive way. Women are completely and utterly motivated by their emotions. Oh shit, I just read that. Women are generally apathetic, which means lack of interest or concern or feeling towards men. They ignore men, don't answer their messages, etc. However, if you invoke their emotions, you'll always be better than if she gets bored. Facts. Facts. So I'm gonna tell you again. Women that felt too comfortable with me, when I would remind them that they had competition that I wasn't ready to settle down, they become more interested than ever because they're no longer bored. So Trigger Guy right here says Senior Man Button group is lit. 6-figure blue collar man in New York. Get your passport and expand your horizons. You will never regret it. Young bro, keep pushing. I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much. It means everything to have messages like that. I appreciate the super chat, and I'm going to keep pushing the message no matter what. Yeah, she's in a Disney movie. Okay. If you bore a woman, she'll absolutely disappear. Facts. If a woman sees you have ambition and that you're generally striving really hard, you'll be fine. What a woman doesn't want in a guy that is in blank space and isn't trying to go anywhere else. Yes. The only way a happy relationship can exist with a man leading and a man in shit and a man in charge, another way ends up in misery. If a woman's in charge, she's going to resent you. Facts. So it has to be the man in charge. Facts. Reality of the world is that beauty is a commodity. Since beauty is a commodity, there has to be an exchange. What can you offer to the beautiful woman in exchange? There's no girl out there that is attractive and single. She's talking to an ex, flirting with a new guy, or already on dates. Yes, please believe that. When these women say they have no dudes in their phone, tell them to shut up. They're lying to you. Block them. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. If a woman wants attention, all she has to do is go look at a guy and he'll come approach her. So they're not short on attention. And don't buy that bullshit. Oh, well, maybe they're not interested in everybody. There are millions and hundreds of millions of men in this country. She's interested in at least one. Get the fuck out of here. What a woman, what woman that you know has a great personality and fun to be with around that can't keep a man? She has to be 6 or 7 years from when she turns 18 to maximize her value. Their prime is 19 to 25. So let's understand women. Jack Nicholson quote from the movie As Good as It Gets. The receptionist says, "How do you write about women so well?" Melvin Udo. I think of a man, I take away reason and accountability. Woo, that's tough. Pimp and Ken, a hoe without instruction is a hoe headed towards destruction. And that exactly. Bro, you kind of sound like Eddie Murphy in all seriousness, though. You are inspiring. Keep grinding, bro. Thank you. How can I tell you how often I get that? I get this same comment about the Eddie Murphy thing at least 4 times a day on my comments on YouTube. But thank you for the super chat, Clyde. Women women without instruction and left to her own devices is going to cause self-destruct because they make decisions based on their emotions, not facts and logic. Women without a control mechanism over them, they'll start making a bunch of dumb decisions and end up depressed. Women need a male leader. 1 in 4 women is on an antidepressant. Yes, believe that. These motherfuckers are out here on medication. As a woman, as women have become more liberated, they become more unhappy. Facts. Women derive pleasure from family, not career or money. Hold your composure and control emotions. Now, I haven't read this one, but that title alone, I tell y'all this all the time. Y'all seen with Melanie You didn't hear me lose. I mean, you didn't see me lose any composure, any masculine frame, and I did all that effortlessly. Effortlessly, I wasn't trying to not do it, but it was just that's just me. I'm very nonchalant, very unfazed. So let's keep reading. Exactly. I always say this is why women had their fathers and uncles vet the men in their lives. Yeah. Anything that can emotionally affect you can steal your power. Yes. If you allow a woman to make you angry, she can control you. She can say X words and you'll respond a certain way. And so you've given a control mechanism which can affect you. Indifference is the absolute weapon against a female. Just be zen and don't react to her bullshit. We're almost done. Don't be emotionally reactive to the things that women do. Women love to draw emotionality out of you because they're addicted to drama. I've said that. They are addicted to drama. They love drama. They love to sabotage shit. That's why they love watching all those drama filled reality shows. Yes. If they piss you off and get a lot of drama out of you, they're going to want more of it. One indicator of a man being in control is your emotions. This actually baseline measurement of a man is being in control of your emotions. He just said that. Okay. For a woman, it's something else. But for a man, if you can't control your emotions, you'll have trouble achieving great things because getting to the top is very challenging and stressful at times. Yes. So you will not be successful in business, losing weight, gaining weight, women, if you are in emotion. So somebody right here says you are oppressed in your mind. You are a negative person for saying this. American women, American women love to say men want one thing. All of these women have that one thing, yet they can't keep a man who willingly wants to stay unless he's a simp. Yes. So Jay Fleming right here says, I work in the psych field. Trust me, 1 in 4 women are on medication. That is including undiagnosed and self medicating. I would highly agree. Yeah, she said, see, that's why I'm leaving. When I told Melanie that. She was doing an example. So she was pretending. She said, pretend that I'm a woman and I say this. And that's why I said that to her. Okay. Billionaire's yacht party. For women to get on this yacht, they don't have to be anything else but attractive. That's it. She could be an absolute complete moron, but she could still make it onto the millionaire or billionaire's yacht just because she's beautiful. For a man to get on a yacht, he has to be connected, important, rich, interesting, and know people. It's hard. Exactly. Exactly. So the majority of the men that can get on the yacht are going to be older. Just let me just throw that in there. Women can access money, high value status via their aesthetics. Women are judged instantly on their looks. Men are judged on their status, how rich we are, and what kind of car they drive. Date women that are in their early to mid 20s. The younger she is, the less bullshit she's going through with men, and as a result, the softer she is as a person. Any woman that is 30 years old and single has been through it. She's been traumatized, she's been cheated on, and engaged. I wouldn't even say engaged. That's also traumatized when they don't. She thought she was going to be married by 28. Now she's past that and is frustrated, especially after having been to a wedding after wedding, been a bridesmaid. Now she's really super frustrated. You get a young one, she's been heartbroken one time, and she can chalk it up to he was a boy and he wasn't a man yet. Yeah, younger women aren't as jaded. As Kevin Samuels used to say, rest in peace. What product do you have that gets better with age and more use? There isn't a single product that you can use and let age that gets better. Exactly. Stay away from modern women. Stay away from women that have hit the wall and above. If a woman is over 35 without kids, she's really panicking and desperately trying to get married. Yes, 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 yes. If you guys run into a 40-year-old woman, she wants you to marry her by next week. Yeah. Oh, you think it's funny that I said rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, huh? You think that's funny? Hmm. So I just put Miss Jada's name up there because she thinks it's funny that if you, what's going on, big boss? Real talk. uh, yeah, I'm about to do some call-ins here in a minute. I'm probably gonna get off this live at 2:00. I'm a little older than you, young bucks, but smart enough to not to bother with us women. I've been to Brazil. I love it. I just got back from Ethiopia. It's between those two countries. I'm torn. Appreciate that super chat. You kind of confused me a little bit, and I see you have 1911. You must be a noob. But I'm a little older than you, young bucks, but smarter. I think you confused me when you said us women. So V has another comment. She says, "So you spilling out all the negative lies about women, ma'am? I'm reading a fucking document that somebody emailed me. This is why I told you just get off my page because you spend a lot of time not knowing what you're talking about, and I can just see you are a very negative person, and I don't think that's fair to everybody that's watching my page right now." Yeah, Jada said sorry, but explain what was funny when I said rest in peace. I don't care who I was talking about. Why is that funny? Women over 30, no matter how nice they are, they have a lot of baggage via having her heartbroken so many times for the past 12 years, lots of one night stands, mental and emotional trauma via of those failed relationships because she kept choosing the wrong guy for years on end. Do you want to be guy number 62? No man wanted to settle down with you when you were young and hot. Now, a man should settle down with you when you're old and used up. Beautiful women are in the position to pick and choose with whomever they sleep with. And so they are very selective and as a result end up sleeping with less men. Yes, I would agree. It's usually the women in the middle and that are least attracted to sleep with the most men. A woman's mentality is connected to sex. If a woman sleeps with a lot of men, it's harder to penetrate her mind and make her fall in love with you because of all the heartbreak filled relationships, fairy tale romances that didn't pan out like how she thought they would, memories of all those exes, etc. The likelihood of her falling in love with you, staying loyal, and really believing you're the man for her after going through so much trauma and so many men. I would agree. The women that have a lot more bodies, you can always tell when a woman has a lot of bodies. The women that have a lot more bodies, yeah, they are they'll sit there and I'm trying to find something wrong with you. Like, oh, he must be something wrong. They appreciate the super chat right here. He says a little support, brother. I appreciate it. The nerds destroyed the world by creating social media. Now the Western woman desire the 1% of male. So, like I said, social media did play a part in all this, but there is social media in Thailand. And we know brothers is going to Thailand and they're having a good time. But ain't nobody coming to the United States having a good time. So it's not just social media. It's not slavery. At a certain point, their ability to pair bond has been messed up and they don't attach to a man correctly and or it face a lot of challenges and difficulties doing so. They are always thinking about there may be another guy that's better than them out there. Yes. Remember, your girl 90% of the time has one foot out the door on you. She's options open. She's always keeping her options open. They said American women want Mansa Musa. Correct. Appreciate the super chat, big boy Mikey. I'm 26 and I've been married to a Colombian queen for a year, but been dating her since 2019. I'm trying to find a job that I can work remotely so I can live in Colombia. Any advice? Please join the Facebook group and the Discord. We discuss this daily. And yeah, we talk about that. So somebody just Choo Choo said that I get the cash out. I don't know who Choo Choo is, so. Let's see. I just had a woman leave a comment. So she was here last night. She says that sometimes women's person depends on what type of family she has, if it's bad or good. I could agree, but that's not it. Just supporting, keep going, bro. Appreciate the super chat, Mike and Vince Perkins. So if you guys don't know, I do have a Patreon. There is exclusive, highly vulgar content. The content that's on there now isn't highly vulgar, but it will get highly vulgar. I'm going to link it down here. You can sign up for as cheap as let's see, $10 a month. If you want to be in my inner circle and be able to take trips with Austin and see all the exclusive content, be behind the scenes, part of the live streams, and have merch as well, it's up to $250 a month right now. But there are 4 levels you can pick from: 10, 20, 100, and 250. I'm going to drop the link right here. I just sent it. That's the link right there. So we are almost done with the article. We will go back. Give me just a minute. So I have pinned the Patreon right there at the top. Please go to the Patreon and sign up, because this is about to get very limited on how much content we are giving out for free. You don't want to miss out. But let's keep reading. How are you an attractive woman and you don't have your life together yet in the area of your life that so many men to choose from for so long? Exactly. What is wrong with you? Yes, exactly. From an evolutionary standpoint, females got pregnant and stayed attached to that man. Women are not evolutionary, wired to hop from dick to dick and stay mentally sane. Yes. Men can do that because we don't care at all. Exactly. For the longest period of human history, women haven't done this. Female promiscuity is a recent phenomenon that is no more than 50 years old via the advent of birth control pill and other contraceptives thereafter. The women that do this are not happy. They drink a lot and on some type of depression pills. The saddest, most miserable women in the world are the ones that are sluts. Oof. And I would agree. I think they would be the sluts because they've had so many men, yet nobody wants to stay with them. So appreciate. I don't know if I shared you already. Appreciate you, Randall, for sending this super chat. My last video, you addressed the Melanie King interview. I'm gonna go check out your page. You need to send me that video. I'm here before they cancel you. Keep going. Thank you for saying that. Thanks for that. I don't know if you were trying to be negative or positive, but that is negative. But I'm not offended. Westernized women versus traditional women with an Eastern cultural mindset. In the East, women are traditional and family minded. They are like, I'll be a good wife, I'll cook and clean, and I'll take good care of you because you are my man, and that's my duty as your woman. No matter how much they no matter how much they want to have sex with you, if they think they'll be nothing after sex, with you, they won't do it. They are not like, he's so hot, I'll sleep with him. That's not how they were raised. Plus, the culture over there doesn't support that mentality. In the West, you can be broke, but you can make a girl laugh and she'll eventually sleep with you. In the East, they're like, I don't care how funny he is. If he can't pay any bills and is broke, they are not interested. They want a husband, a man that can pay the bills and provide for their family. In the West, if the guy is handsome and rich and wants to sleep with a woman, the woman sleeps with him. Eastern European girls dress like Western women, but have an Asian female mindset. South American, Eastern European, and Asian women are not gold diggers in a give me handbag type of way. They just want to know that you can provide well for a family. Facts. They won't date a guy that they wouldn't consider marrying. If you are broke, why would they marry a broke guy? That doesn't make sense. Dating a broke man is just wasting their time. How would that improve her situation or improve her life when there are guys out there that aren't broke? These women genuinely want to get married and have a family. They have a sensible approach to dating, unlike women in westernized countries. Women with an Eastern cultural mindset want more from you, but they give you so much more in return. Exactly. The culture and society is less degenerated than the West. If a woman of quality and a wife, if you want a woman of quality and a wife, get one with an Eastern cultural mindset. Guidance and finding a mentor. Get a good teacher. You have to qualify your coach. Find the best coach you can, not someone marginally above you. You want to learn from the best of the best so you can become one of the best. Learn from someone that has done it to a high level, or when you see them do it, or when you see them do it, you say to yourself, I want to do it like them because they're really good. Try not to take lessons from someone that you have not seen do it very well because you may be learning incorrectly. Private networks are the future and best place to communicate in this current environment. Private networks are the future of the world because public disclosure has been completely nurtured, neutered. My bad. And a lot of people are afraid to say what they really think because of the consequences of what happens when things are said out in the open. Especially if you are a man and you live in the Western world, you could say something that is innocent or your point of view and hurt somebody, lose your job, and become unemployable. You need to be looking for some networks where you are safe to speak and where you can be your true self, like here in Enlightened Western Men and in my Discord. We will not cancel you for saying what you want. When you change the way that a man talks and stops him from saying what he wants to say, eventually you are going to change the way a man thinks. And then you are going to change the way a man acts. And that is all they wrote. Okay, V is still in here talking shit. Black men have not stayed around and trained their children just like other men. Bullshit. Just give them a couple of generations of dealing with broken black men and it will change them as well. Oh, you're so negative. I'm happy you are doing what you are doing. Maybe Western women will learn to shape it up or men will just ship out. Plenty of guys leaving. Thank you for that super chat. And we don't care what those women are going to do. Remember, we're just leaving. That's what I advise. No, not being negative. YouTube has been unsubscribing people and shadow banning. Uh, I had to go out. I had to go to a page and find out where you were live. Oh yeah, yeah. That's why I didn't say. I said it sounded negative, but I wasn't sure. Uh, yeah, I've heard that. You supported Kevin Samuels. You have my support. They couldn't cancel him. They won't be able to cancel you. Keep traveling. Kevin Samuels. Thank you very much for that super chat. I highly appreciate it. Yes, I did support Kevin Samuels. But I just realized that Kevin Samuels' intent was wrong. You cannot fix them. Well, see, here's the thing, really. He says he doesn't fully disagree with it, but because the black women have allowed Uncle Sam to be the sugar daddy. Well, I'm a fan of you are responsible for your own actions. Women have been able, like, they're again, that's no, and that's a conscious decision. If they chose to make Uncle Sam be their sugar daddy, is that the man's fault or the woman's? Yes, I do have Cash App. It's down here at the bottom. $ Austin Holloman. Just Austin Holloman is scrolling at the bottom of the video. When Kevin Samuels passed, did some women legit celebrate it? Yes, hundreds, if not thousands, of women and so-called men celebrated it. The maturity of a fucking 6-year-old they had. If you celebrated Kevin Samuels dying, you have the maturity of a fucking 6-year-old. Don't stay in a place where you are told you are the problem everywhere. Go where you are appreciated. Exactly. Pop Smoking Ghost, thank you for the super chat. You are right. Karma is around the corner. Another super chat from Uncle Luke. I believe black men, I believe black women and Western women are too far gone for saving. Yes, there's no nuclear family here. It's time to build overseas on it. Again, the feminists of the United States want to see the end of the, we are living in the last days of the United States. Why do I say that? I've said it again. Women want an abortion, but at the same time, they want you to get a vasectomy. At the same time, they don't want to get married anymore. So if we can't have a family, so we can't get married, we can't have a nuclear functioning family. If I can't get her pregnant because I can't impregnate her with sperm, but if I do impregnate her, she's going to kill my baby. We are living in the last days of the United States. Get your passport. It's that bad. Now, exactly. Now they cannot define what the fuck a woman is. Research yes means yes law. So let's Google what he's talking about. Yes means yes law. With the yes means yes law in place, affirmative consent is now defined as an affirmative, unambiguous, and conscious decision by each participant to engage in mutually agreed upon sexual activity. This is to be enforced on college campuses throughout California and clearly outlines. I've heard of this before. I've heard of that one. Okay, so we will be doing call-ins. I have to get off here at 2 o'clock, so we will be doing call-ins starting now. I will leave a link right here. And remember, we will make these calls quick. Appreciate the $50 super chat. I haven't dated an American black woman in over 10 years. My life has been blissful and prosperous. I would agree. But I'm glad, Millennial Money, that you said that. But this is not about black women. This is about American women, not even American black women. It's about American women. I have the call line up there. We have a caller right here. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, bro? I'm from the group. I was messaging you, yeah, a couple of minutes ago, actually, on the Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, at the end of the day, bro, people have to do what's in their best interest, and trying to change these Western women is not going to be in your best interest. Um, because the energy that you spend trying to change the Western woman could be energy put towards like getting going somewhere where peace is for yourself, and also going somewhere where like, because you'll not only be like happy, like happy with your partner, but you'll be happy in other areas as well of your life, in terms of your spiritual health, in terms of your physical health, and in terms of your psychological health as well.
Uh-huh.
So um I think that at the end of the day, like, because I've taken this stance where I don't even validate, and I don't even like really, to be honest, I don't even really look at Western women, anymore. Like, I just like, even if they do like say quote unquote give choosing signals, I just might shrug my shoulders and walk away. And another thing too that people need to understand is that people are going to go where peace is. So when people try, like especially the guys, when people try to advocate for like I'm just going to go here. When people try to advocate for like black love and stuff like that, they try to advocate for these things. They have to like look at reality and look at what's really happening, instead of what they think how it should be. Like, they have an idea in their head how it should be, but the reality is quite different. And unfortunately, a lot of these dating coaches and a lot of these simp cuckazoids, they don't want to do that, unfortunately. you know I mean, and so that's how I look at this situation. And me coming from an African background, when I see like African women who were born here, who know better, follow right down the rabbit hole of Western women, I say, yeah, it's over for you too. You know, you can play that stupid game and win that stupid prize as well. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm seeing more of them as single mothers. It's sad to say it, but I'm seeing more of them as like single mothers, and having that same bitter masculine frame out for men because the choices that they made. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, you were talking about something that was very telling with the brother Darius, and that is real. The pH balance thing, because I traveled. I just recently traveled, and I was sitting by a woman, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, like, it was kind of strong. I had to kind of like just lightweight, like kind of just like, what I mean, just kind of figure out a way like where I'm like, okay, well, I can't let them know that that shit is strong, but at the same time, I can't like, what I mean, like really like turn turn. I just looked at the window the whole time. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, because y- when they were given these things, the sexual liberation, and when they were given the feminism, they were literally given everything that they thought they wanted. That the everything was just handed to them. You know what I mean? And because they took everything and they didn't do it in balance, that's why they're in the situation they're in right now. But then, of course, we become the scapegoats for that. You know what I mean? So that's why, for me, like when a woman says like, "Oh, you have to take me as I am," you have to be a role model to my son, you have to do this, that, and the other. It's like, at this point, you might as well just go somewhere where you can just start over, and you can just live your life. You work hard, you deserve it. I mean, women make us think that we don't deserve it, but you do deserve it. If you've been working hard and stuff like that, and you've been like doing it the honest way, you deserve a peaceful wife. You deserve a peaceful family. You deserve a peaceful life. Although like Western women will make it seem like you don't deserve those things. You do deserve them though.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Uh, Give me one moment. Let me read these super chats really quick. Sorry to cut you
Yeah.
off. Sun is
No.
hot. Sends 5 pounds. He says black women thought they would never see the day that black men would say "F y'all, I'm out." I would agree. 2011 DAB says don't save her. She don't want to be saved. They don't, and when you do save them, they don't like that shit either. Well, that's what you just said. Yeah. Uh, got another one right here. Where's that other one at? The Kosher Clinic. Young boy, you're killing the game. Proud of you as it's part of a revolution, living your life on your own terms. Exactly. That's what we promote over here. Get what you want out of life. Thank you for the super chat. So I give you like 15, 20 more seconds so you can wrap it up real quick because I got some other calls. We only got like
Yeah. What I'm going to say is this about the whole situation is that there's certain things that you can't really that really wouldn't lead to a successful family. That's the thing. Like there's certain things that she went through, that she put herself through, that if it was put into a family dynamic, it wouldn't work. You know what I mean? And so that's all I'm saying. Like some people say, "Oh, forgive and forget," that was the past and stuff like that, but usually most of the time women carry their past with them. So you can't really build you can't really build around that, because the past that they, like the body counts, the cock carousel and stuff like that, the lack of trauma bonding and stuff like that, like you weren't responsible for that, right? But you become responsible for that once you get into a relationship with her. So that's why it's like you should just save yourself.
yes, sir. Well,
Yeah.
we appreciate it, man. Thank you for the information.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on today.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on too.
Yes, sir. Thank
Yep.
you. You have a
Yep.
good day.
Likewise.
I do need everybody on camera if you would get on the stream though, because this is going on YouTube. So I give y'all like 10 more seconds. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to the next person. Chris 1911 says, "Happy travels, black man. The world is yours." Thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you, sir. Justin Turrentine says, "I appreciate this brother stepping up and putting out this info for us men to consider. It's time for us to get out of the U.S. matrix and find peace overseas. Protect this man at all costs." Thank you very much for that, sir. And we have a hater. She in the comments, she says, "Y'all are responsible for a lot of things, not all though." So she had to shit on us and then clean some of the shit up. Okay. Because I see you talk shit on her a lot of my videos. Okay. How you doing? Can't hear you. Oh, my bad.
I said, "What's going on, young brother? How you doing?" I missed you the other night on the Kosher's channel, man. That's my man, the Kosher clinician. And, he have these late shows after hours of my ass being bed. But I appreciate the information that you're providing to young men, because you have an ability to reach the younger men. I'm a Gen Xer, obviously, but the message is still good, man. And one of the things that, drove me back into these YouTube streets because I had gotten out of content creation a while back is I think a lot of the unfair criticism of the other brothers do, who, especially the men who decide to live life on their own terms and to separate themselves from the matrix. And I hear a whole lot of nonsense from a lot of people, especially in the PUA community, that are absolutely ridiculous. And when you do the actual research on these guys, some of these guys are living, these simp type lives, making content for men and shaming men on the internet. And there's all a profit motive behind it. And that's the biggest issue that I have.
Correct. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. They're promoting the dysfunctional behavior. And it's a lot of people that are not telling the truth, that are actually just keeping things bad.
Yeah, it's awful. One guy, and I'm not saying any names or anything like that. One guy is living down south, married to some overweight chick, has been a stay-at-home dad. Not that I'm knocking stay-at-home dads, but has not had a job, is being taken care of by a woman, and is a complete simp. And he's out here on the internet shaming men. The other guy is married to a woman who has a boyfriend. And these are the type of guys that are PUA artists. And it's the most ridiculous nonsense that I've ever heard of. And all they're doing is coming out here shaming men, trying to make a couple of dollars. And when they see black men that are happy, that are living their best life, that's the type. See, they throw these stones because a lot of them are jealous. A lot of them are frustrated with their own situations. And they really don't have the balls to step up and make changes in their own lives. So when they see men that are happy, they come and they try and shame. I call them hyena simps. They come into the men's spaces with that shaming type language. Because at the end of the day, men traveling, men becoming the best version of themselves is really bad for business. Because I always ask them, what are you teaching pickup lines for what? 304s? That's the most ridiculous concept ever.
Yeah. Yeah, well, just stay away from the dating coaches because they're all full of shit.
Not only are they full of it, they're frauds. I mean, the reality of life is, I talk a lot on my channel about self-empowerment and about developing yourself into the best version of yourself possible. I talk about masculinity. I talk about all these different things. But what I don't talk about is teaching BS nonsense game, because at the end of the day, who like you gonna like you? You can't buy friends and you can't buy women. You can buy sex, you can buy a whole lot of things, but whoever values you, value you. And that's what the problem is with this game, with the pickup artists and all the other nonsense that they're selling. But like I said, if you really do the research on these brothers and you pull up their background, you discover they're living their lives of complete simperdom. Just you look at, and they will never show receipts.
Never.
You'll never see the women that they're with. You'll never see their real life. Some dude can be living in his mama's basement making men's content about pickup artist nonsense, can barely take care of himself or feed himself. But they like to come into these spaces and try and shame men. And I think that's the most ridiculous thing. So to me, I like to come in here. Like I said, listening to those brothers have brought me back to the streets. I like to shred them because it's easy for me when I get into an interview and interrogation stuff and I start pulling dudes' backgrounds. I was like, yeah, you live at home. You live in this area. You live with a woman. You can't pay your bills. And you out here have the nerve to come out here and talk to men. Hey, get out of here, some of these guys.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But I appreciate you coming on today, man. I got to get to the next caller.
Yes. No problem, man. I appreciate it, young buck. Hey, keep up the good work, man.
Thank you. Right? I appreciate the support.
All right.
So if you're not on camera, I'm about to kick y'all out. What's going on?
Yo. When Texas and Oakland in the building, you know you're in trouble.
Yes, sir.
So with it, young sir?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Well, I'm well. Again, thank you for coming on my channel this last Saturday. Damn, time flies, right?
Yeah, it's almost Saturday again.
Almost Saturday again. What did I say? You might hit it. What did I say when you just left my channel? I said you're probably gonna hit 20K in a week or two.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
It'll be here by Thursday.
Hell yeah. You running it up. Yeah, I just wanted to come on and add my 2 cents. And first of all, give you your flowers while you're still alive, young man. You're doing a great job. You're doing a phenomenal job. Like I said, you jumped off the porch. You hit the ground running. Man, you like a younger Kevin Samuels, but your message is more tailored to like reality. Like, yeah, I would say Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, was the ideal, but unfortunately, that seems like that's not really gonna happen in our lifetime, especially my lifetime. I'm an old ass man. Maybe not in your lifetime. I don't think that's really gonna happen. So more likely what men is going to have to keep doing is using these passports, catching flights, not feeling. Shout out to Rich Roll the Tape. That's his saying, catch flights, not feelings. That's what we have to do. Yo, I want to piggyback on what the previous caller just had said about these damn dating coaches and pickup artists, whatnot. There is a financial incentive for a lot of these dudes, right? That's their whole market is trying to teach men game, how to get dates, how to court these women in the States. But like I always say if you have all the game in the world, you know, bossy boss, I got boss sauce, man. Say you got all the game in the world. What is your reward? So you win in the Matrix. You win. What does winning look like? What is your reward? You're gonna get a overweight, unfit, uncooperative, masculine fullback that want to wear the pants, and she want to emasculate you, right? So congratulations, that's your reward behind door number 1. So even then, it's still better to use your passport and go overseas. So blah blah blah, yada yada yada. That's all I want to say. Hey, real fast, this weekend on Saturday, you got anybody stream lined up? Anything lined up this Saturday night, this evening?
It's not on Saturday night, but I think I have one midday.
Okay.
Yeah, midday.
So me and my boy KPR1, Ken, we just did a stream because for my Saturday night show. And I'm talking all this shit though, but this Saturday I'm not gonna be live because I'm gonna be kicking it with a chick, man. I gotta get it in the States now. But this chick is cool though. I've been messing with her off and on for years. She know what it is. She know her place. She know her position. And a little bit of dollars don't hurt. You know what I'm saying, young man? But so since I won't be live, I'm doing a pre-recorded, and so we gassed, man. When we filmed it yesterday, it's so fired up. I wish it was live. So the title of it was Cucks, Manginas, Simps, White Knight Defenders. And we're talking about men, not even the women, men that go against their own to simp for these women. Like you say with your Jack in the Box. You do the Jack in the Box and they jump out and self-destruct.
Yeah.
Curious George. Boom. So, man, and it was this energy synergy, man. We was like on some Red Man, Method Man type stuff, going back and forth, man. And it's going to air on my channel this Saturday. Basically the same time that you came on last week, because I told you I have a show every Saturday night. But this Saturday, it won't be live, but pre-recorded. But me and my man KPR1, we is gas, and we talking about these simps. We talking about these cucks, these white knight mangina defenders that, defend women at all costs, even when they wrong. And we even got smoke for that YouTuber that's been going after all of us. Yeah. My man, shout out to Big Bass. I'm gonna hit you on the backside again and talk about that. That be making music for YouTubers. Man, put a little diss. We got a diss track for that nigga. So, man, it's gonna be dope. It's this Saturday night on my channel, Big Boss Real Talk. little shout out to the channel. But you keep doing what you do, young one. I know you got other people lined up. I got hella shit to do. Just greetings from Oakland. Keeping it real.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. If y'all haven't seen him, go subscribe to his page, Big Boss Real Talk. I will be on his page every Saturday, more than likely. More than likely, I'll be there every Saturday to tune in.
That's what's up. And that's real talk.
All right, man. You have a good day. All right. All right. If you are not on the camera in the waiting room, I'm about to kick you out in 10 seconds. See, we had somebody leave. Now I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that they just left because they couldn't get on the camera. They might have been some female trying to troll. But okay, let's add you to the stream right here. What's going on?
Well, can you hear me, Austin?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Oh, good. My mic is a little staticky, but the last two guys, they were speaking facts. So I'll try not to reiterate too much. But as far as the dating roaches, like AMS, a lot of those guys, it was already said that they have a financial incentive. But as far as the guys that they're trying to teach, like the simps, they're trying to, shame, blame, and explain you guys to death to make you guys stay, make you fearful of, what could happen in other countries. I see the argument as short-sighted because a lot of those simps, they would benefit from more men leaving in mass. It would lower the supply of whether it's attractive dudes or whether it's average dudes or it's simps. Men of all levels leaving would actually help the guys that stay. It's given less options for these American women to fall back on. And the simps, another thing, a lot of times I see them strawman you, and they do the same thing that black women do, where they they'll say, "Why are you picking on black women?" When all of your TikTok videos, I always see you focus it on American women. I don't ever see you make it seem like all black women are bad or that they're the only American women with issues. And a lot of people forget the whole MGTOW movement and all that. A lot of that was started by white guys that were divorce raped or, screwed over in the court system. And even I see a lot of American Asian guys go through their own problems dealing with Americanized Asian women. So I think their argument is short-sighted, and it's not really giving you a fair shake, because I think they're just doing like a lot of women do. They'll straw man you basically, and they'll just listen to react instead of listening to your actual arguments. And then another thing, when they have the straw man about you guys, like they'll basically say passport bros don't give they don't paint an accurate picture of the positives and negatives of traveling. But like in my case, because I went to a college with a bunch of international kids, so even when I was in college, meeting the people that just got there for school, I would always hear about their experiences, and even people traveling, studying abroad, and it was always a lot of positive, experiences. So I think a lot of people are forgetting that not only do a lot of passport bro channels they may not know of, they do speak on different facets of traveling, whether it be business, whether it be, broadening your dating options, just broadening your culture. But also the travel community as a whole is bigger than the manosphere. Like even before I found out about guys like you or One Master Teacher or Black Man Travels, I would just see general travel channels, whether the dude was black or mixed or white, or Asian. So I think once there's more of like a coalition of travel brews, whether it be manosphere based or not, I think people will start to realize that like the community, has a lot more potential. Like me personally, I encourage men of all levels, whether you're average, you're rich, whether you have success already in America, or you don't, or you consider yourself average success in dating, across the board. I just look at the long term, and I think the one point I want to make about the dating coaches, they'll focus on like trying to alpha your way through rude women or uncooperative women, but they're looking at it just from the individual standpoint. So like, let's say you follow the dating coaches, and most of them are, you know, frauds, obviously. But let's say one American dude followed their instructions and he actually got his wife to submit, right? That's not affecting the broader scope of American women. So this one guy with his one success story about how he got this one American woman to submit to him, and Lucario is one guy I've seen point this out. Even if that was the case and you got this one girl to submit to you, that's not having the same effect as guys in mass leaving. So I think they're just short-sighted because they're only looking at this one girl that's in front of them and trying to make her act right. You know, please act right, baby. Please submit to me. Please cooperate. I think, you know, just expanding your options in general, it sends a message to the broader group of American women. And, you know, it deregulates the market in America. So I have no issue with it. I just, for all those simps that, you know, want to ride or die for the dating coaches and ride or die for American women, I just challenge them to kind of look at it, you know, take yourself out of it, and you know, get off your high horse just because you got this one girl to submit, or, you know, because even me, I have success in America, you know, but a lot of the women I've met in America that gave me success, they were, you know, foreign women who were just here for college, or like the last chick I talked to is Haitian, but her dad's like he's like I guess a ambassador or whatever. Mm-hmm. So like I think she has dual citizenship. So like they're also forgetting the fact a lot of American men, we might already have social networks outside of America, even if we haven't left yet. So we may have people to touch base with and connections before we even travel. So I just challenge those simps to stop making it about a contest about who can get American women to submit or who has the best game, and to look at the long-term effects that can be positive about it. So, but again, great work. You know, I just like somebody ruffling the feathers of these American women. So, you know, they don't get that a lot. So
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Those are some good facts you just put out there. That'll look real good on the live stream when I post it after this.
Oh yeah, and just for example, like I was looking up some countries that were like the easiest to gain dual citizenship in, and another myth is that all travel bros go to third world countries. There are countries you can even go to places like Portugal, Canada, Singapore, New Zealand, Grenada, and as an American, you'll have an easy time getting dual citizenship. And a lot of places, literally, you just, if for my quote unquote high value guys, if you have a certain amount to invest, you can literally invest in a property as an American in those countries and get dual citizenship pretty quickly. So again, I just challenge everybody to step outside the whole game thing and trying to prove that you're the best guy in America, and just look at it for the totality of the positives that could come out of it for yourself and for, you know, the greater culture in America. But yeah, that's it for me.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh yeah, man. Take it easy. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. You as well. Andre and Andrea love crossing borders. Thank you for the super chat. Excellent topic, gentlemen. Life and George says we need every black dude that's winning in the States on passport time. Yes, we do. If you are not in a passport, you are losing. All right. Like I said, if you are not on camera, I'm about to kick you out. And we have, sorry. Okay, you can come back. I didn't see that you put your name in the, I didn't see that you messaged me in the private message. Okay, I'm about to bring you in. This is Trigger Guy right here. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Justin? You hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So all I want to pretty much drop, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for just listening. But just speaking as a person that did come from the school of Kevin Samuels, I would definitely tell people, it's always good to make sure your finances is together. Because one thing people don't never talk about, which I'm a lot hearing about the women, first thing first, it starts with you. If you yourself are not taken care of, like me, I'm a blue collar person that works for Transit of New York. So I always know I got a pension, 401k, have my money. You have to get your finances first together before you travel. And then another thing I don't hear about most people are talking about is travel groups. Like I always tell people first, before you take the major leap, do travel groups, cruises, just to get your foot wet before you go deeper in the, exploring yourself. And I always just say, just take your time, have fun. I mean, one thing about me, I always say going in that group, I just got in there like 3 days ago. 3 days ago, I don't know if you see me as Bunton in there, but I've been posting a lot of stuff that's been triggering people left and right. So I just tell people, have fun. Life is too, serious. And I always tell people, take your time. The world is so big. I mean, there's so much things to do. And when you are in major cities like yourself, you're in Dallas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're in Dallas, New York, the Florida, Miami, it's easier to have those places where you can travel at a better rate, a better discount. And like I said, when you do your travel groups, that's something that people should be, looking into. So, because one thing about people, when you travel in a big group, it definitely becomes better rates,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And just keep doing your thing, man. I'm very proud of you. It's so refreshing to hear the next generation, because when I would talk this stuff as I'm 30, I'm in my late 30s. When I would talk about it, people would be like, yeah. But to see a young 23-year-old man talk about it is just such a refreshing air to see that our message is now getting into the younger men that can actually do something, that can actually make the movement much stronger. Because so many people are caught in the matrix of pandering, trying to please women. You can never please women. The best thing you can please is yourself. You have to take care of yourself, your health, your finances, and your soul. That comes first before anything. Once a woman knows, when you go overseas, or even if you stay here, if yourself are not taking care of yourself, nobody's going to want you in the world,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Any questions or anything? Or
Nah, I appreciate it. I think you hit it on the nail.
Oh, and one other thing, join the group. It is one of the best groups you'll ever join. I tell people, post what you post. I mean, it's one of the most open, free groups of, you can just say what you want to say. And I tell people, it's the most latest group. I'm going to be in there. Bunton, if you ever see me, and Austin, I'll be out there supporting you as always. And thank you, man. Everybody have a good day.
Thank you.
Brother from New York, brother. I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Have a good day.
All right. Take it easy.
You too. Okay, so we have Big Boss says, shout out to nephew out of Texas. Keep doing your thing, full speed ahead. Keep your head up and never let up. Catch flights and our feelings continue to build in the field. Much love and support from Oakland, California. Real talk. Thank you very much for that, sir. And I appreciate that super chat. Andre and Andrea says they're moving to Portugal from Colombia in 2024. Portugal is amazing. I haven't been there, but from what I've seen on Checking Effects YouTube videos, that's definitely on my go-to list. I think it's the best time to go there in the summertime too, because they're on the same summer as the United States. But Fleet Admiral Siddiqui, I made principal engineer at a Fortune 500 company at 35, ahead of most of the Asian and white guys in the company. Tired of that not being good enough for the hoes. If I was white, I'd be straight. Wow. Well, I appreciate that super chat. That was a powerful message right there. We would have to, Checking Effect did have a pop-up. We're going to have to call in. So we have a negative, bitter female in the comments. Terrible comment. She says, it's a shame to see how much success men can't find in a relationship. Women are literally looking for security right now. What a pointless comment. Anyway, what's good, bro?
What's going on? What's going on? Shout outs to the chat gang, man. I'm doing all right, bro. I'm just working, so I'm going to keep it nice and short. You know what I mean? So, one of the points I wanted to touch on, was about some of these dating coaches and all that, right? Like, I think a lot of the guys, you know, made a lot of good talking points. But one of the points I want to hit is just how weird it is that these guys want to hate. You know, we had AMS on the other time, you know, and one of the fellas was asking him to get out there, you know, go travel, go see it for himself, you know, and it almost seemed like he was deflecting the entire time, trying not to go. Which to me, yo, I mean, it was just strange because it's kind of like, bro, don't you want to get a bigger picture of what it's like out in the world? You know, so it's just strange, right? Because it's one of those things where it's like he could definitely find a niche for guys who travel, right? And dating coaches could find their niche for guys who travel, who are socially awkward, who maybe don't have the confidence to approach women even when they're abroad. It's not like they have to be hating. Let's be honest. They don't have to hate. You know, they could definitely just find a niche within, you know, the Passport Bros audience to find guys to help them gain their confidence, to help them get on their purpose, to help them, you know, do all of these things. But they're concerned. I think the biggest thing that they're worried about is losing the potential income flow, or maybe they're just guys who can't travel. I don't know AMS's history. Maybe he has a criminal history that's preventing him from leaving the country. You know, I just thought that was weird, but I don't know. I'm assuming. So yeah, let's leave that alone. But another point I want to make up, you know, is I would really like to see, you know, and what you're doing, Austin, and you know, so we talk all the time. We chop it up. I call you damn near like every other day, bro, helping moderate the group and everything. One of the things I would really like to see, even though we can, you know, critiquing women all day, like, yeah, that's great, right? But one of the things I'd like to see is us get into a position where we prevent what happened with the red pill community, right? Because red pill rage in the red pill community, man, it is such a problem. You know, it got to the point where a lot of red pill content creators would like to talk about different content and everything. My bad, bro. That's the shorty calling from South America. or I mean, South Africa, sorry. Let me pause her. I'll call her back in a minute. But, you know, like, my point was, like, red pill rage is a really big issue in the red pill community because the guys over there, they always focus too heavily on the issue with women, the issue with women, the issue with women. And what it did was create this environment where guys were just so angry at the status quo and what's happening here in the States, right? But what I noticed with a lot of SYSBM channels, you know, they also speak about the benefits and how traveling abroad can help these young men, right? Like, we're talking about a lot of brothers here who could benefit from getting a job that they could do remote, who could benefit from the lack of oppression that they'll feel while they're abroad and living in a foreign country, from being able to save a lot of money and build legacy by investing their money. You know, all the other pros that come with traveling and all of that, right? So, you know, we talk about passport rage. We want to prevent that, right? Because what's going to happen is then we're going to have the same issue even when we try to help these guys level up and not be too angry or too bitter at the, you know, things that are happening here in the States, which I agree with all of them. I agree with all your points. You know, that's why I'm here. That's why I rock with you so much and help you so much. But, you know, I want to prevent guys from getting to a state where they're unproductive. And when we get to a place where we want to help these men level up and, you know, start working on themselves, you know, in any regard, you know, whether that's their career and all that, you know, that they're a little more open and watching that content as well. But that's all I have for you, brother. What do you think, though?
I would agree. Once I actually get some more boots on the ground, it'll be a little bit easier to promote helping men like we've been trying to do with remote jobs and stuff. Because I do not want it to become how the red pill community, because like somebody in the comments just said that it's just repetition every day with the red pill shit.
Yeah.
Just shit talking women every day, which at some point that's important because you do need to identify and have the audience relate, but that is all that they do. There's no solution.
Yeah, for real.
Alpha Male Strategies, he's not so much shit talking women. He just identifies and tells you how to deal with it. But he's still promoting dealing with these women. And that's where our messages don't agree, because we want to get away from these women. We don't.
Yeah, and you know what's funny about that, bro? Sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Is that if you look at here's the thing with AMS, right? He makes other videos like, get in on your purpose, how to, find your purpose, how to do this, how to do that. But if you look at his channel in particular, because I noticed this issue on his channel as well, anytime he makes content that is not about women or not about specifically about something about women, and it comes to the fellas doing the work and doing something to level up, those videos are watched far less than any of his other content that focuses hyper on, women and the issues that they have and dealing with them. And like it's the red pill community has become unproductive, and that's what pushed me away from it. Because I'm very red pill as a man, but man, I just can't stand the negativity.
Yeah, that's all it is. Even the document that I read at the beginning of the live stream had more than half of that. If you notice, was just it was true, but more than half. It started as kind of, I was like, that's why I started skipping through it. Like, let me see if he's shit talking women the whole time, or is he?
Yeah.
So, somebody.
It's just one of those things.
Almighty Lord of Honesty, appreciate the super chat. He says, I'm just supporting my little brother. I appreciate that super chat. Somebody said that you remind them of Anson Daniels.
I'm dead. Oh man, the jokes.
But yeah, we're gonna keep that up. But like I said, once I get boots on the ground, I get some video footage that'll inspire men to, okay, we've identified the problem and you showed us the promised land, and now we're gonna be a little more in tune on how can we get there like you did.
Yeah, and yeah, for sure. We'll definitely chop that up. And it would be great if we we do it overseas. We kind of show statements and receipts of, how affordable it is to live over there. And just, I'll show them, bro, I have no problem showing when I leave this company, showing previous pay stubs and all that. Like just to motivate these guys just to know, join the Discord, get on top of it, because if you learn to code and you pick up that skill, you can earn a good salary. So we'll definitely chop it up, bro. To the chat gang, man, do me a favor. I'm going to drop the link here in a moment. Join the Facebook, join the Discord. Austin, shout out to you. I'm going to let you get to the next caller, bro. I'm going to shoot you a call directly after, the show. Are you busy?
No. Yeah, I'll be done at 2:30. So I'm wrapping this call up in this video up in 6 minutes.
All right, dope, man. Good to see you again, bro.
Yes, sir. Good to see you as well. I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right, later.
Okay. Well, if you've been here, it seems like we've almost maintained a 500-person audience for about an hour straight. So I'm assuming around 1,500 people showed up today. Another good live stream. Please share the video. Please go to the Patreon. Join the Patreon. The Patreon is where we drop information here, but if you want step-by-step information, you can drop the Patreon. I mean, you can sign up for the Patreon. If you want to be included in my inner circle, meaning that you can travel with me, you can speak with me directly at all times, and you can be with the moderators and the administrators in my Facebook group and Discord, join the Patreon and pick the best package. That'll be the most beneficial package that you would get. I have pinned the Patreon up there. Yeah, it's up there. So yeah, it's up there. You take the initiative. Mostly Money TV says there's more to travel and relocating than women. I've lived and married in Colombia 5 years without talking about American women. Yes. Now, let's be honest. The majority of these men, including myself, the women is what motivates you to get there. That's the glitter. But the business aspects and just the overall improved quality of life, because you do become upper class. You could be middle class here and be upper class. Yeah, I actually read an article in Brazil. 70%, I mean $70,000 for a yearly income puts you in the top 3% of Brazil. That's because 70,000 turns into 350,000 when you get to Brazil. So you are in the top 3%. So that's something to think about. You have cooperative women and you get to become high class as long as you can learn to have your income remote and transfer your income over to the other country. So Jay Takashi says, hello, gentlemen. I'm new here. So I would like to know what you guys are discussing over here. I'm here not to rant, just hear positive perspectives. Appreciate you, Mike OG, for the Cash App. I just got it. Thank you so much. But yeah, so we were discussing originally in the beginning of the video before we started doing calls that whenever we talk about, oh, well, the women were so much more nice here and this and that, and then you come back and you tell your so-called friends and associates in America, and they just say, oh, well, that's just because, and I'm just here to say, we didn't ask you why they're doing it, motherfucker. We're just telling you that they did it. We didn't ask why. Just like I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was telling him about how much more easier going it was to approach women in Brazil. And, you know, here in the United States, you could approach a woman and she looks at you like she's seen a ghost, like she's crazy. Like you're crazy, I mean. But in Brazil, that wasn't a thing. And then he goes off to say, oh, well, that's just because we're taught not to talk to strangers here. I don't give a fuck what the reason is. I'm just saying, here is a thing, there it wasn't, that's where I'm going to go. Who cares why? Exactly. It's just like with the women at the off pH when they say, oh, well, maybe her pH is off because such. I don't give a fuck why your vagina smells like fish. I don't care why. I just know I'm not dealing with it. Same thing with why women treat us different. I don't care why they're treating me different. I just know that they're celebrating me, and motherfucker, the women in the United States are not. There you go. Do what's best for you. What's best for me? Because honestly, the people that I want, the women that I wanted to associate with in the United States, they're rejecting. They're rejecting. So guess what? I'm not going to sit up here and just take rejection my whole life. I went and changed my environment. I found somewhere that wasn't rejecting. And hey, I figured out that's where I'm going to go. And like Jet Ski Poppy right here just said, the women in Rio like you or they don't. Yes. And that's where you want to be at, where people have clarity. Either they like you or they don't. You do not want to go somewhere where it's just like, oh, maybe I can make her like me. Fuck that. I got shit I'm doing on a daily basis. I don't have time to chase you around and make you like me and have a flower and she loves me not. No, I'm not doing that shit. Either you love me or you don't, motherfucker. Mostly Money TV says, I agree. Income first, my money is equal to a Colombian senator. Wow. My 150,000 equal to 600,000 buying power. The women are a plus, not the must. Yes. But let's be honest. When you get that high class lifestyle, the women, like I said, they're automatically the plus. Women on every continent flock to men that have the money. So, agreed. Yeah, and like he said, official Kobe right here, dating coaches will be like, increase her interest with these 10 steps. Yeah, no, I don't have 10 minutes to give you that shit. You know what I mean? So we're not going to do 10 steps. That's not natural. And that's what I said in one of my TikTok videos. That's not natural. I'm a natural human. I want to do natural shit. Yep. If she's interested in you, she'll go all the way. And if not, she won't say hello. Yeah. Like I said, either they'll quietly reject you or they'll just plain flat out ignore you. Those are both obvious signs. Or if they do like you, the motherfucker will be sweeping, ironing clothes, cooking. So yeah, it's day and night. Why, when we men are focused on logic and problem solving solutions? Exactly. Exactly. But I respect it. Get you a feminine woman. I ain't mad at you. Yeah. You see this guy right here? Oh, we got old boy right here in the comment section. You see him right there, brother? That's a dude that's been making YouTube videos about me right there. Everybody give him a big boo. Passports are replacing these coaches. They are now feeling it in their pockets. Yeah, because the game, here's the thing. When you're selling courses to shit that you're selling a product that doesn't work. Therefore, at some point, the men are going to catch up. See, the product I'm selling works, and I don't even sell it. I don't sell United States passports. I'm promoting them. Appreciate that super chat as well. I have been estranged from my 4 kids for about 7 years now. So what old girl was saying in that interview was bogus. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate everybody that gave that guy a boo. Well, that is going to wrap up today's live stream. I should be going back again today at, what's the interview? Today at 7 p.m., 7 to 8 p.m. with Play His Life. Now, somebody in my group did expose something that they did. So it may be an interesting live stream. So yeah, if you're in the Facebook group, I will post a link and we will be there. Thanks for coming in. Don't forget to join the Patreon.